Hey everyone, welcome to HNM Technologies online training. In a previous video, we learned how to define functions, use parameters, and return values. Our functions worked right, but they were something strict. Every parameter had to be provided every single time while we creating the function. And think about what if our functions have some default parameters we don't need to change them again. Some default parameters example, students from ninth class. The default parameter one is the class is ninth. For every student, class is same, right? Like that, we can have default parameters in our functions. We'll see them, right? And today we're going to cover about these default keywords and some positional and keyword arguments. More deep dive into those functions. One is default arguments, parameters with preset values. By default, we set some values, and like before I said, for ninth standard students, class is ninth. By default, we set in a function without giving the argument again and again. And second, keyword arguments passed by name, not positions. Okay. Now, star arguments accept n number of positional arguments, and double star keyword arguments accept any number of keyword arguments. Okay. And fifth, argument order rules. Rule is ordering. Okay. Order is a very important in arguments. Okay. Well, here first section, which is a default argument. Default arguments is nothing but something you are presetting by default. Okay, while creating the function. That's the default. We'll take example from our last practical questions. Yeah, I said I'm defining a function with great. I'm taking parameters like name, city, and course. Okay, these are my parameters. Now I'm going to print this. Just hello name, welcome to city programming. Welcome to city or just yeah. I'm just printing hello, welcome to city, and you are learning course. Okay, here most of the students watching this is Python video. Those are learning Python. Okay, now see, I'm just calling my function. Here you can see an output terminal. Hello Arjun, welcome to Hyderabad. You're learning Python. Hello Priya, welcome to Hyderabad. So one default thing is everyone is learning Python. Everyone. Okay. So for that I'm taking course as my default argument. So in my parameters, I'm just putting I'm just putting course Python is a default argument. Now in my output, I don't want to give arguments. Here you can see I just give my arguments. One is Arjun and city para Hyderabad, and here Priya city Pune. I didn't give course argument because it by default it sets to Python. Okay, now see, hello Arjun, welcome to Hyderabad. You're learning Python. Hello Priya, you're learning Python. Welcome to Pune. Karthik, welcome to Chennai. You're learning Python. For everyone, by default, course is Python. But here, one thing is here, Ravi is not learning Python. He just see your video to what we are telling, and he actually interested in Java. So, hello Ravi, welcome to Hyderabad. You are learning Java. See the output. So, in our default arguments, we can change our default arguments if you want. Otherwise, by default, it sets to Python, right? So this is a default arguments. Like this, we can give a multiple default arguments. Okay, let's see. See here, I just add another keyword argument, which is a graduation year. So most of the students' graduation is 2024. Those who are learning this Python. Now, some students are they're not 2024 graduation. They're 2023 graduations. So those are Ravi's 2023 graduation. So Ravi is giving 2023 as his graduation. Now see your output. Hello Arjun, welcome to Hyderabad. You're learning Python, graduation year 2024. Like this, most of the students are graduation from 2024. But Ravi 2023, right? So if you give your graduation year is good, but if you don't give your graduation year, by defaultly it's take 2024 as a your graduation year. Okay, so this way you can add multiple keyword argument, and in our keyword arguments, one key rule is we'll see. I'm trying to give my keyword argument here. See here, I just made one change. Okay. First, I give my parameter as a course, and I set course as a Python by default. Then I give parameter name, city, and graduation. Okay. So like that, I change it, and I give Arjun and Hyderabad because by default course is Python. So that's why the second parameter is name and city. So based on that, I give my argument Arjun and Hyderabad. To Arjun is a name, city is Hyderabad. Like that I give. But here you can see, so error is there. Syntax error. Parameter without a default follows parameter with a default. Okay, that means function never should take a default arguments or default parameters in a first position. So order is very important. So order is you need to give default at the end, not at first. Okay, so you can give end. So make sure our default arguments should be end of our function. Okay, so this way only we can get a output without any errors. Otherwise errors will happen in our programming. Okay, so this is about default arguments. One is make sure our default arguments are at the end of the function, and default arguments we can change them. Otherwise we give value, it should take that value only. Otherwise by defaultly whatever the value we give, that value only function will take. Okay, now let's see keyword argument from our previous output. I just take my previous function, which is a grade and name, city, course, graduation year. These are my parameters. I didn't give any keyword arguments. I just make them as a parameters and argument. So now I'm going to take a positional arguments, which is as per position I have to give my arguments. Okay. Now just calling my function greet. Here I'm taking Arjun, Hyderabad, Python 2024. See, so here I take first argument is a name and then city and then codes, then graduation year. Like this, if I have to give, I have to remember my order. First one is name, then city, then codes, then graduation year. What if I forget my order? How can I give my arguments to the function? I don't know order. I forget that. So in that case, you will use the keyword arguments. So this is the positional arguments. With the help of position, I am giving my arguments. Okay. Here I am keyword arguments. So keyword arguments without a position, I am giving my arguments. Okay. Here you see. So position doesn't matter. Last one I am giving graduation is the 2024 and city Hyderabad course Python name Arjun. Okay. See the output, same output. Hello Arjun, welcome to Hyderabad. You are learning Python and graduation year 2024. Okay. If I give the same thing without just I'm giving without keywords. So these are positional arguments. I'm just giving positional arguments. I don't know positions. But see the output. Hello Priya, welcome to Pune. You are learning Java 2024. Same thing. If I change the positions, see here. If I give my arguments like this, I don't know position. Apart from position, if I give arguments like this, it will give output is hello Java, welcome to Pune. You are learning 2023, graduation year Karthik. So output will also like this only. Okay. So it won't take order as name as it won't identify name is Karthik. So I have to give name in a name like that. It won't go as per the position. It just take the data into the placeholders. So Java into name placeholder, Pune into city, and 2023 as a course, and graduation is year is Karthik like that take, and the output is also be like this only. So that's why we have a keyword arguments, right? With the help of keyword arguments, we can just give keyword graduation year 2023 city Hyderabad course Python name like this we can give. If we don't know about positions, we are not sure about the positions. And one more thing is with the help of this keyword arguments, make function calls self-documenting, and you can read what each value means without looking at a function definition. Okay. So like previously we have some default, right? So in our positional arguments also we can give a default arguments like course is a default, right? Now I'm taking a course as my default. If I give the default argument Python, so it simply throw an error because all the default arguments should be in at end. Okay, so I'm taking default at the end. Now it's okay, now it's fine, right? So by default is Python. If I give Java, it rewrites. See, hello Arjun, welcome to Hyderabad where you are learning Java. If I change this, so see, default arguments can be changed. If I don't give our default arguments, if we forget course, by default it take Python. In my arguments, I didn't give a course. Okay, by default it took Python as a default. Okay, and whether it is a positional or a keyword argument, position is a very important in a positional arguments, and keywords in a keyword arguments position doesn't matter, and position matters in both keyword and positional arguments while we giving a default arguments. So for default arguments position is matters in both the keyword and position matters. Okay, now just think I'm giving parameters like name, city, graduation year, course, totally 4 parameters I give. So then based on this I have to give 4 arguments. And what if I don't know about the parameters? I can give n number of parameters. That situation is what I have to do. If we want to create a function, make sure I have to specify what are the arguments I am taking. I have to specify. But what if I want n number of arguments? I don't know how many I'll take. In that situation, what I have to do? And simply we have in Python for everything we have a solution. So for we don't know the arguments that how many you are taking. At that situations we have a star args, star argument. Okay, we'll see star arguments. I don't know how many arguments I am taking, so that situation I used to take a star marks. Okay. Yes, see here. I don't know how many marks I'm going to give, but here I give multi star marks, star marks or star ARJC, whatever you can take. But before our parameter, if we give star, that means I can take n number of arguments here. Let's see. And just printing my marks. Okay, see. Here I'm taking a multiple arguments like I don't know how many names I'm taking. So I just take a name as a multiple parameter. For name and names, I'm just printing name. Welcome to Python program. See, I'm just getting names Arjun, Priya, Karthik, Sneha, Ravi, Madhav. If I do this without star arguments, I have to specify name 1, name 2, name 3. Like this, I have to specify all my names. And so with just one keyword, just as that is names. With the help of this, I just loop the my function name and names each one and print every name in a names. Print welcome to Python programming. Hello, welcome to Python programming. Like this, I can take. So star args is for multiple arguments. Okay, it can accept n number of arguments. So like this we have. And what if I want keywords along with the keywords? So then I am having multiple keywords, that is a double star keyword key args. Let's see this. I'm just defining a function like student data, student info. This is my function and key comma value and I can change this keyword arguments. I can change as a details or I can use it as same, yeah, value and a details dot items. I'm printing a key and along with the value. So student info is I'm just here taking keyword arguments. Name is Arjun, age 21, course Python, city, Hyderabad. So if I want data with labels, I go for keyword arguments. And if I want multiple keyword arguments, I am not specifying in our parameters. So in the situations, I am taking a double star key args, which is a multiple keyword arguments. So like previously we discussed, order is a matter and giving arguments, giving parameters and arguments. So when the situation comes to when we come in all our type of arguments like a positional and keyword default. So their order is a key. Okay, let's see. I'm defining function with parameters, regular arguments, and default argument default, and some multiple arguments, and double star keyword arguments. So like this we are taking our parameters. So this is the order. First we take regular arguments like positional arguments, then at the end, then default, okay, and then star args, then double star args. This is the order. Okay, make sure we must follow this order, otherwise it throw you error. So let's see. Yeah, see, just throw indentation error expected and indentation block after function, just throw you an error simply. See here, without an this function is without a single args. I'm taking single star args here, so error invalid syntax. But if I take them here from last before double stack keyword arguments, so that's the order. We must follow this order. First regular arguments, then default arguments, then single star args, and then double star args. Okay, we'll see an example using this multiple parameters. Okay, now I'm defining function with the process. Here I'm taking name, branch I'm taking default argument, which is a CSC. Now I'm taking star argument as a info, sorry, subjects, multiple subjects I'm taking, and double star, for double star I'm taking student info. So these are my parameters, and now I'm printing them as a print. I am going to format my output, name as a name, and print branch as a branch, subject, then info. Now I'm here calling my function. So my function name is a process. So process Arjun. So Arjun, I gave only single argument here, and by default a branch is CSC, and subjects and info is empty because I didn't give them. And now I'm now putting EC. I'm just rewriting our default, and then some arguments, multiple arguments, subjects Python, Java, C, and the data is age 21, city Hyderabad. Okay, info. See the output here. Name is Arjun, branch is AC, and the subjects were in the form of tuple. Okay, and the info is in the form of a dictionary. Okay, so star arguments data in a tuple format, and double star info is like in a dictionary format. Okay, with the key values, age is 21, city Hyderabad. So like this we'll get. So in a functions, while giving the arguments, position is a matter. Okay, must remember the positions. First single regular arguments, then default, then multiple arguments, and then multiple keyword argument. Okay, here I'm giving you some practice questions. Okay, I'm giving a function which is introduce, function name introduce. In function I have parameters like name, age, city is the default parameter, and that prints like with only name and age, and with the name, age, and custom city. Okay, change the city name, and try to print a friendly in a friendly introduction sentence. Okay, with this function do this the three things. Write a function is create a student data. Here you can take a star names, branch as a default, CSC, and multiple keyword like details. That should be print all the names from star names and show their branch default CSC. Try to change branch for some students and print all details, some more extra details from using details. Okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you for choosing HNM Technologies. Happy coding.